Hey there YouTube, I'm Yukitsu, this is the Yukitsu Times, welcome to my channel, welcome to some Simcity, and welcome to the future of Simcity, or whatever you want to refer to it as. So basically, got the expansion, we've started up a new map to sort of look at the sort of new futuristic high-tech buildings and what have you that are going to be part of it. And we're going to spend half of our money on just an old-fashioned good old road, because apparently that's what we're going to be doing. So, going to go ahead and start building some roads here so that we can get our city going. But looks like we're going to be doing this the sort of industrial on one side of the river, and then the more commercial and residential stuff on the other side. So let's go ahead and start that. Lay it down like this. Just going to do this, and then I'll cut through it with road as I get more money. And we'll hopefully be okay. So let's just do this. And that'll sort of be our start. Got this new high-tech hydro pumping station. We're going to keep it closer to the water riverside over here. And we're also going to need some power. The power I might want to just extend this road down a little bit for. Okay. Power station. Don't have enough money for a power station. We're going to have to take out a loan already. Fantastic. And as well, we need sewage, so we're going to get that down here, I think. Okay, that'll do for now. Massive debt crisis already, but that's pretty normal for me. Okay, let's go ahead, speed this up, and watch as our houses move in and our tax problems start to go away a little bit. Okay. As you can see, we're starting to have tax revenue coming in from, I think, these commercial lots, actually. Or no, these houses. And hopefully, they'll start filling in these businesses as well, and that will let us pay off our debts, as it were, before someone comes in to break our kneecaps, because I like my kneecaps. I'd rather our kneecaps stayed thoroughly in one place. Okay, we can build our town hall as well now, but we don't really have room for it yet. Probably just be building these low-density streets for now, so let's switch to that. And yeah, I'm not using all highways because there is a spacing trick that we're going to need to use later on. But for now, these are good. Okay. Why is it that I can get... There we go. Guys on the other side. And let's just fill those houses in there. I think that's split pretty evenly, so let's go ahead and do that. And that should be okay for now. Now, one of the new things that they've added are these gigantic sort of super houses, and the amount of space that they take is sort of between two roads with a missing road in between. So if you're using the guides, that's how you space those out properly. And that lets you sort of build these ultra-dense areas in this sort of little area here. And we're going to start working our way towards that. We can't do that until we've got, I think, 5,000 people. Not enough freight consumers. How do we not have enough freight consumers? That's all this commercial crap. Okay, so what we're going to do is go ahead and upgrade our commercial a little bit. And that'll hopefully... Worker shortage, okay. And we're also apparently going to have to increase the number of workers we're getting. Now, I'm not really sure how many of these super towers I want to put down in this area. I'm thinking I'm going to replace this square here with a super tower. So if I do that, I can cut through here with the road, and that'll let me build on this side of things. And I might build a mega tower out in this corner here, so I can do that if I've got the roads here, like this. But for now, let's go ahead and do this. City planning. Intense city planning. Okay, I can do this. That'll get us a little bit more with the room we've spent already. And let's have our town hall sort of on the edge of town this time. I like that idea here. There we go. That'll work. So what we're trying to do is space our city out so that we've got room for specific facilities to go in later. There we go. And once we've got those facilities in, we'll be able to sort of build the rest of our city up around it. Here's one of the new future things someone's asking for. Barrel bend in the future, we need high wealth workers. Okay, so they're asking me to get high wealth workers. Only high wealth workers are going to contribute to certain things that we want to be building later on. Okay, so this guy will give me $1,000 to put down a park, so why not? Let's see here, how are we doing? We've got a worker shortage still, let's go ahead and do that. That'll ease that off just a little bit. Let's increase our taxes to 11% as well. That'll make things work a little bit faster. Raking in the money now, we've already got enough to pay off our debt, but why don't we do this instead? We're going to just go ahead and get this medical clinic with the money we got here. And we're going to work towards the fire department as well, since we kind of want to be able to fight fires and not have everybody die in fires, because dying in a fire sucks. Okay, so that's all well and good. Now, let's look at the new future buildings here. We've got Omega Co. These are a new series of factories that make drones that infest your city and increase your building productivity. We've got these mega towers that you can build. You've got various sorts. So they can be built up with multiple levels. They're pretty good. And you've got the Academy, which requires a few high wealth residents in the city. So they're hard to actually lure in. But once we've got this up to 5,000 people and we've upgraded this, we'll be able to call in mega towers, which are going to be a big boost to our local economy and population. They're basically gigantic arcologies if you've played the other SimCity games, the previous SimCity games, so that's how to think about those. Let's go ahead and get ourselves this fire station. We'll put it on the industrial side of things, I think. Okay, there we go. And now let's work on improving our industry just a little bit. And this isn't going to really increase it all that much, but it will increase it a little. Now, I don't know if we've got enough sort of room here, so what I'm going to do is I'll space out this so that we can build a mega tower sort of between these roads, but why can't I get the guidelines here properly? Okay, well I guess we're not doing that. Okay, that got me guidelines, but they're bent. Right, well this ought to do. Okay. That'll get me a little bit more room for workers. And I can still sort of put a building in here, so that'll be fine. Just won't have a road wrapping all the way around it. And that's fine. You don't really need the road wrapping around it. We've already declared that we're going to use this section here with the commercial for our mega tower, so we'll be able to start putting down more road elsewhere. Let's just extend this road out. Okay, I can't remember how to get these exactly the right length, so I'm not going to actually risk that right yet. What I'm going to want to do, because I can't really do what I want to be doing here, is get a nice road across this river here. So we're going to go ahead and get a nice cheap road across there. There we go. And what this is going to do is let me start building another series of buildings across that side, similar to the ones over here. So that's going to be our connector there. And it's going to connect us directly down to here, where we're going to have some more industry as well. But for now, I'm just going to build that road because I need to save up for a police station as well, so let's not worry too much about that. And let's just do that for the hell of it, because this guy keeps bitching about worker shortages. Okay, so we also want to spend like $400 on a park, this little excitatorium. It's only $400, really cheap to build, and it will turn all of our buildings in a certain radius around it sort of futuristic-y, and they're good for poor people. So we're going to go ahead and build that. Will earn us a net 600, so it's a pretty good deal. And as you can see, near future-y things, the road turns all future-y. I'm not actually sure how that's supposed to help, because all it is a weird blue line in the middle of the road and hexagons all over the place. But somehow it helps. Okay, so we're now starting to be a little bit more futuristic, a little bit to the future. And as you can see, the future is apparently just cheap tacky neon lights on everything, if you haven't noticed. So instead of just taqueria for burritos, you've got cheap food with a big, gigantic sign that probably costs more than like 1,000 burritos. that they could have just used to make real burritos instead of whatever the hell it is, meat substitute that they happen to be using. Okay, so we're just about at that point where we get our police station, and we might be seeing an increase in density once we plot this down, so let's go ahead and do that. Not an increase in density, but it does look like we've increased the land value of some things that are going to be sorely disappointed when they find out that we can't actually sustain them because we don't actually have any medium wealth shoppers. Looks actually like we have got just a few medium wealth houses that have just popped up, so hopefully they'll be able to keep these guys in business, but I somehow doubt it. Okay. Let's continue building out our road infrastructure here. These poor guys out in the sticks here with their, like, literally nothing. Okay, so we're going to do another sort of grid pattern here. Over here I can actually do this sort of the proper way that I want to be doing it. In that. Okay, so extend that up to here. And hopefully this is all straight. Okay, so we've got this square here. This is going to be just enough for one of those mega towers. For now, though, we'll fill it with residential. And we'll D-zone this section here. And we'll make it commercial. Now we're going to have to start linking up our industrial to that area. So we're going to expand out this road. And we're going to expand out this road as well. There we go. Got a more direct connection to the industrial sector of town where people can go to work their jobs. Their lousy 9 to 5 or whatever it is they do. Okay. There we go. And that's looking like a pretty good grid we got going here. Let's get these guys a road out to here. And I'm not sure if I've got this grid set up correctly, but I somehow doubt it. Okay, let's leave that be for now. We don't, strictly speaking, need another road intersecting down through there. However, we do need one leading up here, I think. Okay, and this should get us a little bit more industry. Okay, what's this guy saying? Not enough medium wealth shoppers. I know there aren't enough medium wealth shoppers. Why did you guys build that thing? Assholes. Okay, abandoned building because of a building fire. We've got a fire station, so we shouldn't actually be having that many building fires that are actually crippling us or anything like that. So what we might want to do now is work on our school. Let's go ahead and put our school down here. Okay. And another one over here and here. Okay, there we go. Now, hopefully, people will start starting less fires. But I figured that would be enough to bump up a couple people to mid-range wealth. Good. Medium wealth is always a nice thing to have. We're up to 3,000 some population. It's not bad. Let's take a look at our traffic. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to start upgrading some roads here. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade this one to a medium density street all along these congested areas. Oops. Not want a high density street there necessarily. Okay. Get that bridge upgraded. There we go. And that ought to be sort of enough to make our city function a lot more effectively for now. How are the roads over here? It looks like our school's already filled up, so looks like we're going to have to upgrade that as well. Okay, let's go ahead and just put that down there. That's probably going to fill up real quick as well. So we might be seeing some of these little sections in town start to upgrade as the people start getting higher and higher up in population density. But Hopefully it won't be anything too crazy. Not sure I like the coloration difference on the high-tech stuff because it makes it hard to see. Let's go look at some of these high-tech houses. As you can see, they like replace your house with a pod if you're poor. I'm not sure that I would rather live in a pod as opposed to whatever they were living in before. They're sort of living on these like cheap-looking stilt houses, but I think I'd rather live on the cheap-looking stilt house as opposed to what they were living on in here. But you know, who's to say? Okay, we've got lots of health issues, so we're going to have to expand our clinic. Go ahead and do that. That'll solve that problem. 1 death per day, that's not too bad. Treating 10 patients. So this new hydro pumping station, I'm not strictly speaking sure why it's actually more futuristic than a regular like pump, but we'll let it be. Okay, we're about 1,000 civilians off of getting our mark of what we wanted here, so we're gonna go ahead and just make ourselves another square. And this is basically going to be a little sort of shanty town that we're going to be building up here for like the poor arcologies, where people are going to basically have like really weird access roads that leads directly down to this industrial area. So hopefully they'll enjoy their jobs working in the post-industrial complex. Or whatever, I forget what that sort of apocalyptic term is, but you know, I'm sure they'll find a way. Okay. Lots more houses. Don't have any high class people here. We're just not sort of place that encourages people being high class wealthy. And we still need tons of workers, so let's go ahead and keep getting workers. Get them by just continually putting down these sort of high density grids of citizens. Okay, and I think this area is big enough for a 4x4 grid of high density buildings, so it's not like it's going to be useless without those, well, who knows actually. Okay, medium density there. Okay. And we're not going to have enough room there for anything proper, so we're just going to put a highway down this way. Straight down here. That ought to come in handy later on, but for now that's not really going to be doing much. Now then, it looks like we've got traffic congestion starting to form up, but we have now got, I think, 5,000 people. How's the fire department doing? Fires in the city. Okay. I'm actually going to upgrade this a little bit. There we go. And that'll help out. What's this guy want? You should build some Omega Co. I'll say I'll do it. They give me 36,000, which is nothing to scoff at if I succeed. But you know, it's... Looks like we're going to have to deal with this first. Okay. It's nothing too serious, though, so we're going to be okay if we have little fires like that from time to time. And we've got this now, so we can go and work on our first Omega Co tower. Or, sorry, Mega Tower. This place, upgraded. City Hall. Probably going to get the Department of Utilities. I like getting the Department of Utilities. It's just a really useful building. Should be okay. Alright, so our city up and running, functioning pretty well, making us quite a bit of money, 5,000 an hour, and we've now unlocked these mega towers. These mega towers, great way to produce a lot of people really quickly. Just sort of plop one down sort of over here in this elbow, and it'll basically be enough high class or high end, high density building to support a lot of people. So the only problem is, of course, it costs a lot of money to get there. We could probably actually just take out loans until we could afford it, but that sounds like a really bad idea. Okay, let's build out here. Is this guy still saying that we don't have enough workers? Not enough medium wealth shoppers. We could start trying to focus a little bit on improving the number of medium wealth people here. I think we could get quite a few people converted to medium wealth if I put this somewhere. This might turn some people... No, it won't actually. Oh, crap. Forgot about this guy. Okay, got that down. That'll hopefully help. Not enough freight consumers, so we need a little bit more commercial. Let's get a little strip of commercial up here. And they'll help buy that. Okay, perfect. And while we're at it, let's just add the burner right away since we have the money right now. Let's see, how are we doing on our utilities? Still got plenty of that. Still got plenty of everything except electricity, so we're going to have to go ahead and upgrade this just really quickly a little bit. Nothing too serious yet, but we're going to replace that with a coal generator pretty soon. Yeah, things are looking actually pretty good. Okay, so we got more medium wealth people. Not enough medium wealth shoppers, you asshole. Okay, these guys almost... once I get rid of the garbage problem, I might have medium wealth. Okay, so we have 80 garbage that we still have to collect, otherwise we're in trouble. Should have a little bit of time left before anything too serious comes of it. Let's get that up. Go. There we go. Lots of people to go to school. These guys want a mega tower is what they're saying. Okay, and I'll do this as well. They'll pay me 80,000 if I go ahead and get a mega tower, which I want to do soon. I'll need to deal with some other things first, but we're still getting a lot of money, so it's not going to be too long away. Things are going pretty well. We got this big sprawl of industry over here. Going to be able to contain all of our sort of sprawl outwards a little bit once we get those mega towers in. Okay, let's get this. There we go. A lot of industry. Don't think we've got enough people working, so we're going to have to really focus on increasing the population density here. Now, hopefully, the towers will not be completely self-sustained. People will leave them for jobs outside of the tower. I'm not really sure how that works, but we'll find out. Things along this road are looking pretty good. Medium wealth futuristic houses, for some reason, look exactly like normal future houses. It's just that they've got like these weird little cars. Not really sure about that. The future is funny looking little smart cars. Not sure I like that part of the future. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. Plenty of water, still plenty of that. We haven't really expanded the size of anything in particular, so we're still pretty much okay on all those sort of utilities. And let's go ahead and get rid of that one shop to get this thing. That might let us kick off an expansion of our sort of population or building sizes, so who knows. They added another free DLC. It's in the fire department here. It's in the progressive insurance office. Again, like, they're getting paid to put these in, but like, I'm not sure I really mind them doing that. Like, it's a weird thing to try and advertise cars and insurance because, like, a lot of people already sort of have insurance, and I don't think anyone's going to get a Nissan Leaf just because it makes Sims happy. But you never know. So I kind of get the feeling like, you know, they're not actually... Like, they're still advertisements, but they're not that egregious of advertisements. Okay. What's this guy complaining about now? Not enough medium wealth shoppers. Really? Really, buddy? Okay, so this property value here, still just a little bit too low. Land value map, if we look at it, it's just, yeah, not going to happen. So what we can do is we can put down our tower, and what will happen is that tower will then supply that extra medium wealth population, since you can build a tower that only allows medium wealth people to live there. So these towers, very class stratified. It's not based on supply or demand at all. It's just based on the arbitrary whim of the architects who designed it. Very dystopian. Anyhow, looks like we have to upgrade some roads here. Medium density. Is this a... yeah, that's medium already. Might want to upgrade these to high density pretty soon. Nope, traffic, it looks like it's flowing pretty smoothly now. That'll all go to shit as soon as I get buildings to start expanding, but nothing you can do about that. Oh, and over here I need to upgrade that to a medium density street. That immediately sort of helps the flow of traffic. Okay. Now then, I kind of want to work towards the mayor's mansion, but looks like we're just about going to be able to afford that gigantic tower. What's this guy complaining about? People keep dying, it's horrible. Okay, so let's get another ambulance, and we'll put it, since we've got kind of an ambulance in that sort of west region, we're going to put one over in this side. It's only fair. Even though this is the section of the town that's designed completely for sort of like plebs. And, you know, plebs deserve healthcare too. A lot of sick Sims around here. 5 deaths per day. Wow. Okay, now what do you want? Not enough freight consumers. Well, we have got an awful lot of industry right now, so I'm not too surprised about that. Let's just build that all along here for now as a temporary measure. Okay, and let's get workers down to here. Okay, we're at enough that the next paycheck we get, we're going to be able to go ahead and get ourselves that tower. So we still have a bond here? Yeah, we do still have a bond. Well, it's getting paid off slowly, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. One of our buildings went under or burned down. Yeah, not enough places to ship freight. Okay, that's fair, that's fine. Not going to be too bothered by those guys going out of business. They weren't competitive in this market anyway. Anyhow, let's get a road across here maybe. I'm considering that. For now, let's leave it as is. I don't think I really need more industry yet, and that's all that I could really expand there that way. Okay, and now we can get our first mega tower. This is exciting. So we can only afford the normal one. The elite one costs like twice as much, so not something we can really afford. Really, really expensive. Okay, so we can fit these perfectly in one of these squares, as you can see. Might be actually best to get a mega tower with mall level for our first one, since that's kind of what our industry is clamoring for. So what we can do is we can actually put it right here, and that mega tower will start futurizing this area, including these businesses, but also it's going to pull in a ton of money from, or pull in a ton of freight from the industry over here. And hopefully people from the surrounding area are going to go in there to shop, so that would be really nice. So we got paid like 80,000 to do this, but the Mega Tower, as you can see, takes a while to build, so we haven't actually had any opportunity to make any profit out of it. And I'm not sure, but I think we might be paying to have it built as it goes along, like the upkeep costs, since these things have high upkeep costs. But yeah, this is the basic Omega Tower. Pretty big. One of the interesting things that you can do with Mega Towers is you can take your roads and you can go like this. There we go. So now people can directly drive into this from more angles, and that increases the flow of traffic through it. And as you can see, there's a lot of people going in and out there. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to plop down our mayor's house, and we're going to keep our mayor's house over here since we want to increase the land value in this region. As you can see, that's done something to increase the land value over here. Over here, on the other hand, we're not so concerned about land value because instead we got this mall thing. And what we're going to do to increase the number of shoppers here, we're going to go ahead and build an apartment level. We're going to build it on up here with medium wealth, or we're going to go with apartment level for low wealth actually, since we're near the industrial complexes here. And that way we'll be able to sort of ship a lot more freight. Okay, what do these guys want? Okay, yeah, I do need to build a bus system, so once we've got that going, things should be going even a little bit more smoothly. Things are going pretty well, though, all in all, I have to say. I'm liking the city. Let's look at buses. I'm paying a lot less for this mega tower than I thought I was going to be. Let's see here. Let's put the bus station down here, I think. Okay. So I want people to easily be able to access the mega tower. And let's also get up here, the bus system. That ought to be enough coverage for now, I think. Okay, so our apartment level is built. We're at the maximum population for it, 1,200 people. So that's going to start turning in profit as well. This place is suffering horrendously because it doesn't have enough shoppers. What we're going to do is upgrade all the roads around that building. Oh, right. I did say that I was going to have to do this, but I forgot. Okay, so let's build this... Let's build that here. And turn off cell power to neighbors. Let's go ahead and get the sewage treatment plant as well. And we're going to put the sewage treatment plant, make a little bit of a road for it. Okay, let's get our sewage treatment plant. We'll build it over here. And our water, I'm going to assume, is going to start running out pretty soon. So we're going to go ahead and build one of these futuristic ones up here, because they produce quite a lot of water for their size. I like that. Okay, so got the superfluous outflow pipe now. Let's go get rid of that. Outflow pipe, where are you? Where did I put the outflow pipe? There it is. Okay, I'll do it. There we go. Okay, so what's this guy saying? Okay, they want me to add another apartment level. Am I going to actually get anything for this? I don't think I am, so screw you guys. Now that I think about it. Okay, Mega Tower details. Total profit today, 3,000. They're actually getting enough shoppers now anyway, so that doesn't really matter. Okay, so you can keep actually building up levels until you've hit 8 floors, and these things can actually get pretty darn tall. It's pretty silly. So you can also add services like parks, crowns, and stuff like that. And one of the interesting services that you can get is Skybridge Station, and we'll show that later. For that, though, I'm going to have to start working on increasing the sort of quality of life for some of my Sims around here. So let's go ahead and try and make a... I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. Okay, so we're going to focus on making this area of town into the sort of rich area of town. So what I'm going to do is find that Excitatorium, and we're going to tear it down, and people are going to be very unhappy about that. Oh no, if the Excitatorium that we like visiting is gone, but that's okay because we're going to replace it with a much nicer place for you guys all to stay, so that's going to be fun for everybody. So we're going to put in the Millennium Plaza instead. And that is a very high-class, high-end sort of place, formal place. We need a little bit more, even it looks like, to push it just over the edge. We're going to delete this AR Athletics Center as well then. Just to try and get the absolute most that we can get here. Flower Plaza. No, let's get a little bit bigger. Medium Sculpture Garden, that looks good. Let's get that. Okay, now we've got all of them as the sort of formal ones, and you can see that's bumped up a lot of the region's resources up to high class. And look at the high class residencies here that are futuristic, and that's sort of avant-garde new tech with a big garage with hover cars and stuff like that. And yeah, things are going pretty well now. So we've got ourselves the high-class people that this person wanted. What this lets us do is it lets us build the academy, which is this really weird building that does research. We're going to actually put the academy sort of in that area that it's going to be used in. So we're going to have it replace some of our... I'm not sure where I want this actually. Okay, because I want to put the Arco there, and I can't put it in one of these smaller ones, so let's put it... Okay, yeah, let's put it here. Behind the school. The school's full, speaking of which. This was a horrible mistake. Well, I'll just build another school on the other side of things. This is the, like, private school for snooty rich people. The academy over here is for, like, extremely wealthy people. Their only high-class Sims can work here. So we're going to start learning some things, though. Let's go with the maglev station. I like the maglev station. Okay. So we got all sorts of crazy zany future crap over here. That's going to start working away, and it also emits this sort of pulse that I don't know really what does. But it's some sort of bandwidth. I don't really know what that bandwidth does. We'll deal with it. So, making money. Still making lots and lots of money. This place. Considering adding another new level to here, we can't build the nuclear reactor yet. I kind of want to build a nuclear reactor level, but that might not be a safe idea. Okay, so what's your problem? Okay, not enough place to ship freight again, so gonna have to deal with that somehow. Anyway, I think that's enough expanding of this city for now, though. Let's go ahead and end this episode. I hope you found this enjoyable, and as always, I hope to see you all next time.